This is the southwest of Estonia. After a few really busy roads, which were the highways of the country, I'm finally in a small road which is mostly made for walking. It's much better here than there, and there is nobody walking or bicycling here, except a few minutes ago there was a scooter passing, which was not really nice to smell and to hear because they drive so fast and they're so noisy. The weather is quite good, actually good for me, but maybe not for the most, because it's cloudy, but there are actually 6 degrees, which were in the morning too. In the morning was quite annoying to cycle, but just because I didn't expect it to be so cold. I didn't have warm enough socks in my shoes. My host is waiting. Actually, it's not waiting because she will be there at 8 o'clock, and I'm even arriving too early. That's why I take it really slow, and I do even another stop soon. We'll stop soon. Yeah, it's really slow cycling today, which I really appreciate. It's so funny to record videos with this dual camera, which is now in a different shape. Wow, this country road, forest road actually, it's the alternative to the street, which is here the highway, the Estonian highway. And I chose this even though I am going to be later. I'm going to arrive later with this route, but I prefer it because the highway was a bit too busy, and there was no space to cycle. The trucks were driving half meter from me. Yeah. Not really the nicest to do. Here it's a bit off-road, it's a bit rally. As you can see, there is a bit of mud, but I prefer it much more. Oh, now it's really rally. I prefer it much more now. Wow. If the bike breaks after this, I have to get another. I hope not. Hope it will not break. I will not get dirty now on the back. Because I have fender, the mag fender, but I don't know if it's gonna work properly because it was moving a bit. I have to change this camera towards me. I have to change it to just record my face, because I don't think you're interested in looking at my jacket, my yellow jacket. Okay, maybe you're not even interested in looking at me, but the yellow jacket is even less interesting than me, my face. I didn't start really early today. It's already 10 o'clock. I was supposed to start at 8 o'clock. But I'm really happy because I'm relaxed. I took my time. I just don't know if I will arrive on time. But I don't have to be on time for anything, because I don't even have a hostel or a place where to stay for tonight. Tonight it's quite adventure. I don't know where I go to sleep, but I will find a place. Or otherwise, one place would be this. Whichever place behind the tree is a good place for me. Let's see some music. Today is the first streaming day. I don't even know how to stream, because I will be in Latvia and I will not have any data connection. Because the data connection I have now, it's from Estonia, the SIM card I have, and I need another one for Latvia, which I don't have, which I have to find on the way. And it's not the only thing I have to find on the way. On the way I have to find food. I have to find food, because I don't have food with me. I don't have any eatable, just one apple, which is here now. It's just an apple. I have to find food, a host, and a data connection. Three things. Three vital things. Actually, even without, I'm good. Without food, I will not die. Without data connection, I just will not stream. Without place to sleep, I will just sleep in the forest or in the bushes or whatever. I would not die. Yes, it's hard for me to die. I'm really curious to know about this streaming tonight, this evening, because it's the first time, and I invited everybody on Facebook to the event. I don't know how many people will join. I don't even know if it will work. Who knows? I stopped for 3 days in this place where I'm departing now from, which is actually not even a hostel, it's a sportive center. I've been 3 days in this sport center, which is not a hostel, but they agreed to accommodate me. And those 3 days were really necessary for me to recover from my pain to the knee, to my left knee, which was really painful, and to my back pain. I also had much pain on the gluteus, I think because of the too much cycling in the row. But now I feel much better. I changed also a bit the settings of the bicycle because the handlebar was too low. I had it a bit, and also the seat I changed a little bit the angle of the seat. Now I have really to watch out for my knee, to avoid it, to get I have to watch out for my knee because I don't have to push too much on it, otherwise I will get again knee pain. I was searching on the web for information about this knee pain. It looks like if you bike too much, you can get it if you go too hard on your pedals. This time I have to push. This time I have to push the bike because the soil is too soft. I'm not able to bike. Push a bit. Now I have to choose between the highway or the normal route, the forest route. But it looks like that later there is a really nice way to cycle along the sea highway. The Estonian highway, which is not so dangerous to bike as other highways in the world. There is a cemetery to the left, which is really nice. A cemetery in the forest. Yeah. Only annoying things for the cemetery are the cars on the highway, but for the rest they're quite in peace. Okay, let's get on the highway. Okay, just the road. Let's call it just road, not call it highway, because I cannot call this. Still, it's car road, but there are not so many cars. It is out of green. Maybe the most people it's working at this time. Actually, it's good to depart, to start the trip after 8 o'clock, because there is less traffic, less cars. My dream would be to have street like this just for bikes. We don't even need to make new street. We just need less cars. If the number of bicycles in such a street would be more than the number of cars, the cars will know to pay attention for the people on the bike. That's the only thing. And I see already in front of me someone on the bicycle. There. Someone on the bicycle is there. A bit. Just a bit forward. I'm not able to zoom in. Yeah. Let's say hello. Tere. Yes, hello in Estonian is tere. If you have Estonian friends, you say tere, and you know how to say hello. And you can even say ciao, Italian way. Ciao, not tere. They will be happy. And if you're in Finland, just say terve. Add the V and you have made Finnish language. Quite easy. Io adesso ho messo la miscela, ma si è bagnata la candela e il motorino si spegne, si spegne, si spegne, si spegne, si spegne e va facita per tutta la città. Se non piove, pioverà fino a domani. Facita per tu motorino, mi trovi sul telefonino, chiamami se vuoi. Pam, para, para, pa, pam, para, para, pa, pam. È passato dove hai schizzato, chissà chi è stato e va davvero. Tony Tammaro mi accompagna in ogni mio viaggio. Tony Tammaro, it's always with me in every trip. If you are not from Naples, you don't know Tony Tammaro. If you are from Naples, you should know Tony Tammaro. If you are from Naples and you don't know Tony Tammaro, ask someone to introduce him to you. Yes. Alright. Arra una bella Sprite. That's alright. Very well. Abbuffiamoci l'udel. Cosa seria. Express. This comes from Belgium or the Netherlands. Who knows how did they find this container? Here the bus station. I looked for such a place, for this bus stop, for hours a few nights ago, because my host told me we meet at the bus station. And I was looking for a big bus station, but she meant such a stop, small stop, and it made me lose a lot. Okay, I don't have a host tonight, and if it's raining I cannot sleep outside because I don't have a tent. But it's not so important. I will just wait till the tractor passes first. What I will do is just go to the center, check my emails if I have. Wow, there's a barbecue there. Let's see what's there. Maybe there is a shelter to sleep. Let's see. Maybe I have a place to sleep here. And what I will do, I go to this city and I see if I don't find any place, and if the hostels are too expensive, I'm not gonna pay 30 euro for a hostel or 25 even. I mean, we are here in Latvia almost, and the prices should not be so high. I'm not gonna give them all this money. Here there is a. Anyway, if I don't find any place, just see if I find people that can host me. This is also eventually a place where I could sleep on the table under the roof there. There are many things like this here. And there is a barbecue. There is the sea. Nice. Wow, the clouds, they are beautiful. I don't know if it's possible to see these colors and the shapes from the camera, but those clouds are really beautiful. Even though they bring rain, still I like them. Let's see a bit outside what's happening. Let's go a bit to see next. Let's go for a pee. Let's see how it is. This is really beautiful. This is really beautiful. Mhm. Even a man is coming. This could be a nice place to sleep. It's too early to sleep now. What a pity. I was to eat winter food with me. But nice to know about this place. I will save it on the map. The colors are much more bright. Life, of course, the leaves are really colorful, but it's not really visible in the camera. They're bright. They're quite bright if you see them live. Yes, this stick is there because of some dogs that were annoying me. There is an article on the internet which talks about the most I don't know how to say in English, deathful, like the one that killed the most, the animal that kills the most per year. It's actually not, as you think, a dangerous animal which is supposed to be dangerous, like the shark or the snakes, but the most dangerous animal is the mosquitoes, the humans as second place, and as third place there are dogs, which are the at the third place for killings in the world as race, as animal, which means that the dog kill more than any other animal except in humans and mosquitoes. And because if you see it as animals, if you just compare between animals, they are the first place, because humans we may not consider as animals, and insects may be also not always considered as animals. Like yeah, it's quite a lot of. It's quite impressive, and people actually love the most an animal that kills the most. Really funny. It's raining today. It's raining and they kicked me out from the guest house where I was at 11 o'clock. Yeah, actually there was a new guest coming and I told them I was leaving at 10 o'clock, but I was still there until 12 because it was raining. I didn't want to get out. We are here in Latvia, close to Riga. We are 80 kilometers north from Riga. Of course I'm going south because my direction is now south, the southest that I can, until I reach the Middle East. Will be always south. And I will stop in Riga. I don't know if I get there tonight. Maybe I get just halfway because this rain is annoying. I'm going quite slow. The street, it's not really made for fast cycling. The bike looks like having a problem with a wheel. It's not driving really straight. That's why I may just do 50 kilometers today. I already did 20, I guess. Yeah. This is a really nice landscape because there are those trees, small houses and the sea. And now this moment that the weather is so cloudy, the sea joins the sky in a point that you cannot really define, which is really charming. There are many guest houses, but I can't get a place yet. Didn't find a place yet because they are all full. I was asking before. Maybe later I just knock on someone's door and ask if they can host me. I will ask them if they are couch surfers. The view is really fantastic. I'm driving mostly to the speed of 13 kilometers per hour. Here in the forest it's around 10. Yeah, I do the speed notification like on the airplanes. But okay, you don't really need my comment to enjoy those pictures because the trees are really beautiful. Getting a bit wet, the camera is getting wet. That's why I may need to stop the video soon. Let's think about some thoughts that I had. It's easier to just say it than to write it. Yeah, whenever you have to say something, you always get it not on the right way. I had many thoughts about the Latvians, for example. In the beginning they remind me a bit the Russians, but now that I observe them more carefully, they are quite different, of course. And I have to say they're quite kind. they are different than the Estonians as well. The language is completely different, and I guess the culture as well. The first thing I observed was the houses that were here. There are less wooden houses. There are more houses made of stone or brick or cement, while in Estonia it's full of wooden houses. So far, between Finland, Estonia and Latvia, the houses of Estonia are for me the most nice to watch, the most prettiest, because they have still this rustic, charming shape of old houses, and this smoke coming out the chimney, which you don't see it in Finland. Okay, in Finland most houses are big blocks. That's why the Estonian houses are for me the best of the area. So far, still have to see Lithuania, but I cannot say much. It's just my second day in Latvia, and this is something really beautiful where I am now. The only trouble I had before with some dogs, I was in an area where people was living. There were 3-4 houses. There was a forest, and some dogs start to run behind me and they does to aggress me, which is really annoying. I think the most annoying and dangerous thing in this trip are the dogs, and maybe the ticks in Finland. The ticks, those small parasites, small insects. Here there is this European sign to mark the cycling road. My flashy jacket here, it's not really the most attractive clothes to put on in the video, but I really need it because I often drive on the way of cars where there are many cars and they really need to see me. I really need to be visible in the night as well. Yesterday I was driving in the night, in the dark. All the batteries of my solar powered lights were finished. I had to turn on the light of the phone to see something in the street, and the phone light was also consuming a lot of battery, which was also getting drained, getting empty. And luckily I reached the place where to sleep yesterday, the guest house, before the battery ran out completely. Wow, this place is also beautiful and quite clean, really clean. There was before a parking area with some cars with the engine on all the time, which I don't like. And there was quite dirty. It's crazy. Wherever there are cars, it's dirty. Wherever there are no cars, it's clean. Who knows why? Wow, a boat. Can you see it? Behind the trees, there is even grass growing on it. It's really beautiful. And there, wow, you could go and sleep in this boat. Maybe. Let's put on a jacket. More visibility, it's better. Yes, that's real TV, not like Big Brother. Oh, let's see how to put this. Don't know. Okay, it's 0. What's happening if I put this? No, this is the protection for the rain, but doesn't allow you to see anything. The rain, there is a bit of rain, but it's not so much. The bike fell down while I was taking the picture. It's full of mud. Okay, the rain will clean it up by itself. Let's hope. I should speak a bit Italian. Yesterday I was speaking Dutch with this guy who proclaimed himself Dutch, but he didn't speak perfectly Dutch. That's why I don't know what kind of Dutch he was. Maybe he's Dutch as me, as I am Belgian. Maybe it's the same. We are all the same in this world. Same but different. Here I have to push because but look at the view, because it's not possible to cycle here. Look at this view. Eranole. Wow, 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 wow. Look at this. Mosquitoes. It's nice. Yeah. It's a strange smell. Wow. But the scent gives light. The scent gives light. That's crazy. It's really crazy. So much light. Yes. Okay, then the main interests of the site are cycling, theater, nature, and traveling, of course. Some people say, what kind of theater are you doing? Yeah, I do the theater that I find. If I find nice groups to play with, I play with them. Mostly I spot street theater and I record it. For me it's not really important to do a certain thing. For me it's important to do something that I like and that you like. No, most of that I like. This is nice. Wait, I remove from the view. I'll give you a nice view. Let's not do the Hoover recording. Let's go slow. Shoot. Jeez. Normally by saying those words the camera would take a picture, but it looks like now it's not working. No. Okay, my face again. Okay, now normally I enjoy listening while I go with the bike. 3 kilometers more I have to walk. I have still to do 3 kilometers. There's a piece of sign on the floor, on the ground. Okay. Okay, let's move to the other side. Wow. It's more hiking than cycling, but it's okay because it's good to have a break between cycling. I think I will never make it tonight for Riga. Really afraid I will not make it. Maybe I sleep just here in the forest somewhere. If I find a small shelter. It's really nice to sleep in the forest. And then tomorrow in Riga, between the people, I start to become hungry. I don't have much food with me. I don't know how much of those videos I will publish. I will make some shorter video clips. I don't want to be any I want to be boring, because it may be boring to always listen to me. That's why maybe I will not talk at all now. Also because I'm eating. I have a bad custom to talk and eat. I will do like Andy Warhol. How to pronounce his name? Anyway, this guy started to record himself every day. He recorded so much of himself. It's like he recorded all his life. It's maybe a bit egocentric. And now, where do I go? The street is finished. No way to go through. No. It's really annoying. Cazzo merda. It's really the moment to say cazzo merda, which is not a bad word, but it means look at the sea. Look at the sea and don't look at me. Look how beautiful the sea, and I'm in the shit. I'm in the merda. In the sea, I mean, not in the shit, because now I don't know where to go. Okay. Let's take a break. Now get down. Let's have a look. Okay, I have to go down with the bicycle. This we know. Nikita avuto come let's see if I can block this right there. Never be able to do here. Okay, let's take some pictures. Okay, I'm turning everything. Look at this. Nice, right? Load. Let's load now. Power of the necessary things. Power of the minimalistic lifestyle. That's the power. Still I have too much, I guess. I have one extra small bag which I have to get rid of because it was something I had to give away and I didn't give it away yet. I will do it soon, but in the meantime I still have it here. Dirty, full of muck. Okay, right. Other side. Preparation of the bike. Goes. I'm crossing. Okay, let's cross. The water is always good. 2 bottles of water are always necessary. Okay, looks like I made it. I'm down and I can go. Let's continue. I don't know where I get today. I don't know. Let's see what will happen. Now I have to push again. Wow! It's hard to push on the sand. The bike is heavy. Basis is to have a light bike. Let's follow this person that already passed with the bike. Wow, here it's too nice to not take a picture of. Okay, wow, it's funny. Okay, I think I can park here. Just one moment. the sand is so clean. Don't know if the bike will stay still. I hope so. Otherwise it's another look at this. Nice, right? Always good. I guess that this is the last video of the day, because it starts to become tiring to work out. It's also tiring to push this bike here on the sand. See, good that I had okay. Oh, it felt the last 10 minutes of today. A bit tired of making videos. Of making videos. Bene sfondargli il coso. Oh, mamma mia. Cazzo, merda. Merda, che bella merda che c'è qui. There is here in Latvia 60 kilometers south from, actually 50 kilometers north from Riga, capital. There is a beautiful area, the one where you are seeing now. This beautiful area along the sea with beautiful nature. The sand, so beautiful. The rocks on the sand. Those small trees. And now in autumn, these leaves giving this yellow color, which is so charming. That's all beautiful, but I already passed through some private domain. It's really sad that there is here so much private domain. It's like people don't have the freedom to go into the forest here or along the sea. That there are those private houses. Because of this private domain, people is even forced to go along the path to do part of this path along the sea on the sand, because there is someone who is owning the land where this path go through, and then you are forced to walk on the sand, which is really, of course the sand is beautiful to go, but it's not for the bicycle. Yeah, about this I'm quite communist. People should not own. Okay, if you want to own something, a house, of course, maybe you have the right to own it. But how much land can you own? There should be a limit. Because at the end, it's not really because you have particular skills that you're rich. Mostly you're rich because of coincidence or luck. When you're born maybe like this, mostly. This is also another private place. Yeah, all private. Easy. Oh, it's almost dark. Maybe I eat a bit. Let's make another break. Get some food. Wow. I have up here, which is half rotten, a big orange, totally tasteless, and few crunchy muesli. They told me that there is a place where to eat close by. Suddenly I have a problem with the road. There is a tree here. I'm not able to pass. Now I have to try to go through this. I'm blocked. Okay. Oh no. Okay. Oh, it's blocking the wheel. Let's see if I can get through. Okay, I got through. It. Luckily. Oh, it's not easy to cycle. But okay, the most people don't come here with a bike. Wow. I have also a tire which is flat. Oh no, shit. I'm in the muck. In water. Let's see if the water will got into the shoe. No, it's likely I have good shoes. Shoes are really important. Shoes are really important for this day. Yesterday I was hosted by someone in a beautiful place for free, but I left them 10 euros what I had. Because they were renting camping facilities, but now they were in vacation, they were not working. That's why I told them that I had troubles, that I had to get to Riga, but I could not get there on time. And this woman in the night helped me. Now I hear dogs. I don't like them. Let's take a stick. Let's see if it's strong. It's not strong at all. I need a stick. good stick. Here's my stick. Let's see if I can hurt. I won't hurt the dog, but I don't want him to eat up my legs. Okay, what kind of stick now? This is my stick. Let's see if it should be quite painful. Let's see if I can protect myself. I really don't like dogs. Oh. If there is one thing I don't like, are dogs on my way. Yesterday already three dogs, tried to attack me on the bicycle. I was also hearing a fellow traveler, Levi, who's traveling the world at €5 a day hitchhiking, and he told me that that he had some dogs attacking him while he was hiking, and they had beaten him on his leg, and I could still see the signs of it. Oops. And oh, what's happening? Oh no! Oh, wow! And he had big scars on his legs because of those dogs. There were like 4 or 5 dogs. Here they are cutting the woods. These people. 4 or 5 dogs. It looks like the dog danger. preparation. Like a lot of wind. Yes, this is the right place for preparation. Give them someone. almost in Riga. The weather doesn't look like to be the most welcoming sign, but hopefully I will get some welcome from someone else.
Gente di merda, Gente di merda. There's police in front of me that just stopped someone. Quite funny because they just stopped someone and I don't know what's happening. They stopped the car. They were at the other side of the street and they stopped the car. They made a U-turn to get the car stopped That's really weird. Normally you stop cars going in your direction. That means something happened there. This Latvian police is quite unknown to me. I don't really wish to get to know them too much, but it's just, I don't know the way they do to know how they behave. As far, I think Finnish or Belgian police is maybe the best. Maybe they're stopping me as well now. No, they don't stop me. If they wanted to stop me, they had to. Yeah, maybe you should. Don't know. Okay, it looks like here it's allowed to cycle if they didn't stop me. I could have been a drug dealer, who knows, coming with a bike, and they didn't stop me. There is a restaurant just 800 meters. I don't know if I go. I'm not sure if I will put this video in the streaming channel of the site. I don't know if the video is there or not. Okay, so much police means you are close to the center, to Riga. Which is a good sign, because the weather, I don't know how good it is. All closed here, no place to eat.
arrived in Riga. On the highway. There is bike line, luckily.
By his uncle Hartwig of Uppland, Prince Archbishop of Bremen and Hamburg in 1199. Albert landed in Riga in 1214-18 with 23 ships, 19 and 500 Australian crusaders. 20 and 1201 transferred the seat of the Livonian bishopric from Eshkol to Riga, extorting agreement to do so from the elders of Riga by force. 40. The year 1201 also marked the first arrival of German merchants on the Baltic via Finland. 21 to defend territory, 22 in trade. Albert established the order of Livonian brothers of the sword in 1202, open to nobles and merchants. 21. Christianization of the Lux continued. In 1207 Albert started on the fortification of the temple. Principality of the Holy Roman Empire. 14 to promote a permanent 31, Albert's difficulties with Riga's citizenry continued. With papal intervention, a settlement was reached in 1225 whereby they no longer had to pay tax to the Bishop of Riga. 32 and Riga's citizens acquired the right to elect the magistrates and town councillors. 32 and 1226, Albert consecrated the town of St. James's Church, 1710. Citation needed a period during which the city retained a great deal of autonomous self-government. In that year, in the course of the Great Northern War, Russia under Tsar Peter the Great besieged plague-stricken Riga. Along with the other Livonian towns and gentry, Riga capitulated to Russia, but largely retained their privileges. Riga was made the capital of the Sweden's new independence idea Russia's allegiance as the strongest member of to accommodate large aircraft such as the Airbus A340, Boeing 747, 757, 767 and 777. The annual number of passengers has grown from 310,000 in 1993 to over 4 million in 2009. It has now become the largest airport in the Baltic states, and there are plans to construct a new terminal to cope with increasing passenger numbers. Riga was also home to an air base during the Cold War, Umbro Air Base. Another airport, the Spilve Airport, is a former civilian and military airport in Riga located 5 kilometers, 3.11 miles, from Riga city centre, with active aircraft operating as early as the First World War. It became the first international airport of Riga in the 1930s, which,
this is the inside of the city of Riga. It's the European capital 2014, this year. Let's see if there is anything special. Looks like it's the main city of the Baltic.
Passenger train, whose headquarters are in Riga. There are also international rail links to Russia and Belarus and plans to revive passenger railway traffic with Estonia. Riga International Coach Terminal provides domestic and international connections by coach. Current plans envisage a Trans-European rail link to India will supply Riga 60 miles